Moving forward to the next game we have Virginia Tech against South Carolina. Really is the Beamer Bowl. It kind of seemed like there. Obviously, Coach Shane Beamer coaching for South Carolina against Frank Beamer's Virginia Tech. But they got the win. But specifically, Matt, LaNorris Sellers stuck out to me. He seems like a comparison. A lot of guys are talking about Josh Allen. So I've heard that a few times this week. But so kind of talk about, you're a Heisman voter, Matt. What are you looking in for a guy like LaNorris Sellers to show you he's a Heisman contender?
LaNorris Sellers actually, you made the comp to Josh Allen there. I thought he had some Mahomes-esque plays running around, extending plays. Like Josh Allen would kind of just lower his shoulder and go forward. Mahomes likes to run around, extend plays, get his receivers open in like flag football-esque ways. I thought that's kind of where Sellers, especially down the stretch, made his presence felt. Jaden Daniels, Heisman voters, including myself, loved him a couple years ago because that's what he did. Yeah, he had a lot of designed runs, a lot more than the LaNorris Sellers will get this year, but he extended plays in very unique and special ways. And I look at that because it's how you improvise. Like anyone can, not anyone, but most players at the FBS level can run a play if it's designed for them, if it's scripted, if it's something like that. LaNorris Sellers, when the game was in jeopardy, and not really for them, but and with the game on the line, he was able to improvise and come up time and time again. Yeah, I thought LaNorris Sellers was great. I don't think that should surprise any people with how good he was a season ago. Is he a serious Heisman contender? Yes. Does he have my vote after week one? No, but I mean, yeah, definitely a guy to look at for sure. I don't know if South Carolina is going to be better than 8 wins this year. I think Virginia Tech's a good team. And you obviously have that little Beamer-esque, kind of storyline going into that as well. So you can kind of factor in a 3-4 point edge for Virginia Tech in that case. I think South Carolina's schedule, when you look at it, they're not very favorable matchups. They have to go on the road to some places that are not very friendly to play in recent history. And they're also gonna have the expectations that they didn't have a year ago. How are they gonna be able to live up to that? Obviously, you're playing in a big environment. You're the lone game on at that time on a Sunday in an NFL stadium, and you got the win. That's huge for confidence, huge for momentum. And if you're Sellers, you walk away being like, I did my job, and he did do his job. Um, but I mean, going forward, like when you start playing SEC opponents, if you're able to do that there, that's where you start to separate yourself. Going against Virginia Tech, great. If you do that against the SEC, yeah, you have my attention.
Yeah, we'll have to wait and see where LaNorris Sellers ranks up in the SEC amongst quarterbacks at the end of the season. Guys like DJ Lagway, LaNorris Sellers, Grant Nussmeier, who we just talked about.